Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. Today it's just Glenn, just handling some news that came down the wire just now. Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac has passed away at the age of 79 after a short illness. She passed away this morning. It's the November 30th as I record this. And I thought this is a good opportunity to do a little history of Christine's involvement in Fleetwood Mac over the years. And I happen to have a number of vinyls of Fleetwood Mac, so I figured we'd start here. This is Kiln House, which came out in 1970. And actually, I don't think she played on this. However, she did draw this cover, this rather amazing gatefold up here. She was also an artist. Back when it was really cool to have an album cover, she made this, and I think that's pretty good. There's another one on the inside. I think she probably did this too. I'll say below if I find out that I'm wrong about that, but it seems like the same exact type of artistry. And like I say, she may have done some kind of little guesting thing on here, but mostly it was just the artwork, or just the artwork. It was excellent artwork. She was already involved with John McVie at this point. So she became a band member on this record, Future Games. She is featured here. I'm sorry, I know that it's not really focusing very well. That's unfortunate. But she's got two songs on here. Show Me a Smile and Morning Rain. And as you can see, we've got, of course, at this point, it's Mick Fleetwood. This is John McVie's photo. As you can see, he's a penguin lover. That's why you see penguins all over Fleetwood Mac. This is Bob Welch and Danny Kirwan, who, of course, moved on. So these three end up remaining. They're actually in Fleetwood Mac up until today, apparently. Bare Trees was the next album. And I don't want to get too deep into the other players in Fleetwood Mac. Danny Kirwan is quite a story in and of himself, and he did half this album. He wrote half this album. But Christine has two songs on this one as well. Homeward Bound and Spare Me a Little of Your Love. Those are both great bouncy tracks. This is Mystery to Me. This came out. This is now, we're up to 1973 at this point. And she has a number of tracks on this, I believe, more than two. I have to open the record to actually see what they are. Hold on here. Let me see here. McVie, Believe Me, Just Crazy Love, writing credit on Forever. Let me see. The Way I Feel. That's a pretty good one. And Why. So she's got 4 songs plus another co-writing credit on here. So her creativity in the band is the levels are going up. That is probably the amount she was able to contribute to this band. And we have Penguin, as I just noted. The penguin is the unofficial mascot of Fleetwood Mac, thanks to John McVie. This was a funny album, kind of transitional, but she's on here, and she wrote Remember Me, Dissatisfied, and Did You Ever Love Me? That one was with Bob Welch. So, kind of a nice record. I think it gets a bad rap sometimes. It's very easy listening, rock, adult-oriented type sound, but some pretty nice stuff on there. Heroes Are Hard to Find. This is the one just before the big Fleetwood Mac White album, and of course she's on there too, as you can see. I mean, she's a member of the band from this point on until 1998, when she stepped out for 16 years or so. She left the band and came back in 2014. So this one she wrote, Heroes Are Hard to Find, Come a Little Bit Closer, Bad Loser, Prove Your Love. Yeah, so 4 songs. And I'll be honest, this particular album is probably the one I'm the least acquainted with. I loved all the ones that came before it and all the ones that came after it. That particular one, I just didn't happen to latch onto. Let's see here. Okay, so funny story. I have the Fleetwood Mac album, but I don't have the cover. But I did have 2 Rumors covers, so just stuck one. I just used one to put the actual Fleetwood Mac record that came out in 1975. This was a hugely successful record, and everybody knows the songs on these, but Over My Head, big hit, or big on the radio. Warm Ways, Say You Love Me, massive hit, and Sugar Daddy. She also, I think she co-wrote World Turning. I'm kind of wondering if John McVie maybe. No, it was probably Christine. Anyway. So that was their big break, that album. And then, of course, I don't think that Rumors needs any explanation. One of the biggest records of all time. Here she is again. She had several hits on this record, just like the other songwriters did. Take a look in here and see if we can find. Oh, yeah. It's the inner insert for Rumors, if you haven't seen it. There she is. Nice shot of the band on the inside, too. And, of course, she's right there. On this one, she wrote, oh, boy, Don't Stop, Thinking About Tomorrow. Songbird, which is an utterly gorgeous song. Let me see, You Make Loving Fun, massive hit. And Oh Daddy. And of course, also a credit on The Chain, which is probably the best band song. This record, I don't even know how many copies it sold at this point. Many tens of millions. That's all I really know. And it's worthy of the attention. It really is a very solid record, a solid artifact of the 70s. And then the last one that I have, it's kind of where I got off the bus, was after Tusk, which is nice, but a bit different from what the record buying public, I think, was expecting at this point. It's a little bit more experimental than Rumors was. There's still a lot of really good material on here, but not as much super strong material. So on this one, there's two albums for all you old timers. Double the fun. So on here, she wrote Over and Over, Think About Me. Oh, nothing on there. Wow. It's all Lindsay and Stevie. Let's see, how about this one? Side 3, Brown Eyes, Never Make Me Cry, Honey High, and Never Forget. So what is that, 7 songs or something? That's pretty good. Oh, wait, no, probably 6, actually. Yep, 6 songs. 6 songs total. Not bad. Double album. Yeah. So I'm going to put all these back after I shut off the camera. But I actually first heard Christine McVie in 1977 as a young boy at that point. And you couldn't escape the fact that it was a great album. It so happens that in our family, we had the earlier album, the White Fleetwood Mac album, and we played that a lot, and we liked that one. We thought it was pretty good. And then Rumors came out. It was like, whoa, okay. Talk about raising the stakes. So, of course, expectations were high for Tusk. But in any case, I liked several of the cuts on Tusk. And frankly, even after Tusk, there were some good tracks that Christine McVie was involved in. I wish I could give you a little bit more of her background, except to say that she was in Chicken Shack, which was another blues-based band back in the late 60s before she was in Fleetwood Mac, which itself started, if you didn't know, as a blues band. Do I have what I need here to show? No, I guess not. Okay. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac actually started as a blues band as well. It's really fascinating. If you didn't know, go listen to their first album. It's the one with the dog and the trash can in the alley. Christine McVie has just really been kind of an active voice in my head, really, a singing voice in my head for practically my entire adult life. So it's kind of bitter to see her, you know, pass away. Of course, it happens to everybody. So that's the thing. You've got to enjoy people while they're here. It's really important. And particularly if you think you ever like to listen to some of these older artists from the 70s and 80s, this is a good time to find them and go see them. We're running out of time, unfortunately. I really didn't see this coming, and it's unfortunate. So I just want to say rest in peace to Christine, and my deepest condolences to all of her friends and family and fans across the world. Well, that's it for today. I hope you all enjoy your days. Take care.